Tunde Olawuwo, welcome back from Dubai.
I've been back a long time.
Yes.
Good morning, Edmund.
Good to see you.
A pleasure too.
What was it like engaging that Arab?
Well, it was quite revealing. I didn't really see it as a big deal until many days later when well, thanks to you, the video went viral and, I began to rethink. But basically, the man didn't really say anything new. It's just that perhaps coming from an outsider, a lot of people, felt particularly, would I say offended or touched, in a strange way. And I felt that way too, because before the interview, initially for about 5-7 minutes, myself and Yemi were trying to convince him. He didn't want to talk, he didn't want to do any interview. And when he eventually agreed, he said, okay, no political question. Don't ask me about the sheikh, that's the ruler of Dubai. Don't ask me political questions, just simple questions. That's why I led with that particular one. It was as if I triggered him. And he began to lecture me about Nigeria and Dubai. I was astonished.
Yemi, what was it like holding the camera, recording the session?
Edmund, when the guy mentioned Nigeria, talking about our problems, I began to shake. I almost cry. Immediately after that, we stopped the interview, and I told today, I couldn't just. I asked him, did you hear what he said? He said yes, but he narrated our problems. You can't just imagine.
But Tunde, when you said we love our leaders too, were you trying to be good?
What were you expecting me to say? To say that we hate our leaders. But I mean, in the real sense of the word, don't we love our leaders? Maybe because we are weak, sort of. I'm not sure I can recall any particular time where you had the citizens, fighting, making attempt, at attacking any of these people, aside from maybe a military coup, which is usually a game of the elites. So I think in a way, we still love our leaders, despite, the ill treatment, despite the embezzlement, despite the poor governance. Let the governor of the state show up now. He doesn't even need all the securities. I mean, you see everybody hailing him. So I think somehow we have come to accept them that way, which in itself is awkward and ridiculous. But I think it's yes or no. We do love our leaders, though, I mean, from a personal point of view.
When we were about releasing that video, I knew there was something about the video. I was excited that Twinkle must release this video now. But I didn't know it was going to go that wide. Were you surprised?
A bit, yes, I would say so, because, usually it is negative things, strange things, odd things that get to trend in Nigeria. You hardly see, just a minute interview trending that way. It's, basically what I'll call soft sell that you see trending. So, when it began to trend, you were the first person to also notify me that, today, this video has garnered about 5,000 views on Facebook. Then I began to, pay more attention to it. And I started checking, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. The so-called influencers are picking it up. And before you know it, it was everywhere. And I started getting calls. The next thing, somebody called me from the presidency. I said, well, I hope your tax returns are intact because they might be coming for you, anytime soon. And I said, but I just asked a simple question. I wasn't the one talking. That's just an enlightenment.
Yemi, what was it about that video that went viral?
Actually, when immediately I recorded the video, I knew this video is going to go viral because of the information it entails. So, I told you, I have something for you.
Yes.
Yes, and I decided to package it, but I didn't see it coming that way. And I remember when they asked him that about their leader, their politician, that does he go on convoy? The guy laughed, like convoy. And another amazing thing is looking at their police stations. I wanted to enter. Like, I want to go in to see how their policeman looks like. You know, there's different, and another, looking at the Dubai city, there's old Dubai, there's new Dubai. You know, Dubai is a different city entirely.
Today you saw
Comparing
Dubai.
to Nigeria.
Compared to Nigeria.
Oh, no, please. You know, there's really nothing to compare. And I say this, you know, with every sense of responsibility, because usually when you put something on the table, it's important to compare. If you ask me, is Dubai my ideal city in all ramifications, I would say yes and no. No, let me start with the no, because it is not particularly a free society that I would love. They don't practice democracy. Some have also argued that maybe democracy is not best for everybody. I mean, just yesterday we're celebrating World Press Freedom Day. You wouldn't say there's anything called press freedom in that place. You cannot organize protests. You can't go on strike. You cannot criticize the government or the ruling family. You know, a few issues like that. But if you look at it simply from the angle of nation building, then you have to give it to them. You know, like Haman, the man said, that if you are to compare, aside from the fact that Nigeria is significantly larger in size and in population, we're definitely, absolutely more endowed in terms of resources, human and natural resources, you know, good weather, land, and all of that. And within the space of about 47, 48 years, what they've been able to build is just mind-blowing. You know, it got me thinking that because we have certain things in common, we do avoid, they do avoid too.
Yeah.
But when, you know, their former leader, Sheikh, you know, Rashid Al Maktoum said, my grandfather rode on camel, my father rode on camel, now I drive a Mercedes, my son will ride in a Land Rover, his son will ride on a camel, and his children. What was it trying to put together? That, okay, we suffered in the past. Now we have found oil money. If we don't manage it well, this oil will dry one day, and the future generation will suffer for it. I'm not sure our leaders, I'm not sure any of them have actually ever given this any kind of thoughts, and that's why we live the way we live.
We live terrible life here. Our leaders take us for granted. They don't care. They don't just care. Did you see that video that went viral?
When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption. That's what brings your country at the top.
Tunde Olawuwo in Dubai. If you saw the video, can you chip in a word? Just chip in a word. Okay? The numbers to call 080-915-510-55. You can also call 080-569-98678. Tunde Olawuwo and Yemi the Prodigy. On State Affairs, we are talking about the video that went viral. You know, at the point they were sending the video to me too. And I was saying, man, this is my video now. Who are you sending?
I was getting the video too. You know, somebody said, this looks like you.
I hope that video... Hello, good morning.
This is Comrade Leka from Iowa. Good morning, today. Good morning, Yemi.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think the video endorsed the earlier statement by saying that we don't have good leaders in this country. Look at what the Arab said. They said they don't have petrol, they don't have any resources, but they get the right leader. I think that is it. That's the underlining word. That all we have here, that's the fact that we have all what we have, but we lack leadership. I think that's the point. Thank you.
Thank you for calling the radio station. The lines are still open.
They do have oil. You know, you mentioned that. It's only the other things that they do not have. Water. They don't have land. Arable land for agriculture. The weather is harsh. Basically, no other mineral resources. They're very small in population. You can imagine the whole of the United Arab Emirates is just about 10 million. And, less than 25% of that are really the indigents. Others are more or less expatriates. So if you look at it, they have what you call a significant disadvantage, but they've turned everything around. And like Yemi said earlier, they are constantly reminded of their past. They've left the old Dubai to always remind them that, okay, we were once like this. This is where we are now, and this is where we could be.
But the old Dubai is fine.
I think it's been touched.
Yes, they went in to touch it.
Yes.
But ours is what you see here. People echo Atlantic City. Then those in Ajegule should perish. Nobody's developing the old cities. Look at Bere. Even look at the Bodijas. They've all become ghettos.
We lack vision. Development doesn't just happen, by accident. You have to envision it. You have to work towards it. And that's what they've done, and that's what we lack.
We lack it.
Absolutely.
The lines are still open. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello.
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 This is Christian.
All right, make your point.
Okay. Usually, I've been following your program one since it's bullseye and all that. Yeah, back to the video. Good morning, Tunde.
Good morning,
Good morning. I can't remember which bit now. I stumbled on Instagram. I saw it on your page, Edmund. So immediately I took that video. I put it on my WhatsApp. I put it on my Twitter. Later I came back that day. It was trending on Twitter. Most influencers were posting it. On my WhatsApp, about over 10 of my friends reposted it. So I now went back to that video. But what that Arab guy said touched me. He said, we don't have leaders. Edmund, it's a shame. As in, I was so ashamed I was ashamed being in a... How can you tell us that we have everything but only lack leadership? Edmund, start from the presidency to the least in the federal government. Nobody is doing anything to move this country. So it's a big shame on us. And if we don't tackle it now, Edmund, next 2-3 years, we will keep going back, and it's a very big shame on Nigeria.
All right.
Good morning.
All right. Tunde, the trending man. I hope you don't hide your face on the road now.
Well, I keep myself safe.
Safe.
Let me just put it that way.
And Yemi, thank you for capturing that picture with your camera.
Thank you, Edmund.
Yemi is a super cameraman.
Indeed, I must really thank him. He recorded many videos, so maybe we should expect
yeah,
more. That's just one out of many.
Yemi is the super cameraman of Twinkle. You want to twinkle with us? Let's twinkle. Tunde Olawuwo, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you, Edmund, for having me.
Yemi, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you, Edmund.
Bosun Alayode, thank you for producing State Affairs. Tosin, thank you for the pictures. Kunle Jimba, thank you for featuring on State Affairs. Baya Ojo has a lot to say about Ajimobi. Baya Ojo, meet me here next Saturday. Let's talk about him. Remember Baya Ojo, former Attorney General of Oyo State. He's also my friend. I am Edmund Obilo. Thank you for listening.